guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're doing Girl Talk Part 2. So yeah, let's get into the video. The first question is, good age to lose virginity? Personally, I don't think anyone should put an age on it. The legal age is 16, but I personally think no younger. But also, you don't have to lose it at 16. Like, just because that's a legal age, it's not like, oh, I'm 16 now, I'm gonna, So I think it just depends on the person really, and like their body and how ready they feel. Fake friends. Now, fake friends are a hard one because you don't generally know who's fake until you go through your hardest time. But when you go through your hardest time, you will soon work out who are your true friends and who are your fake friends. If they're true, they'll be here for you, and if they're fake, they will just be like they always are, like, just, you know what I mean? So it's hard, and I think if you have fake friends, how to deal with it would be to distance yourself and tell your friends that you know are true about it and see like what they do. Because if they come with you, then they're true, but if they don't, then they're fake as well. And basically just leave that friend group, I think, would be the best option. Body count. Now, if your body count's too high, I will find it very unattractive because I don't want to be with someone that slept with loads of people, you get me? But I also think body count shouldn't, tell you about that person. Like, it shouldn't be, oh, they slept with this many people, this is, like, how many, like, you get me? I don't think that should be how it be, but I also will find it very unattractive if you slept with loads and loads of people. I think the highest I would date would be, so like if your body count was high, the highest I would date would be 4. But then even that's quite low. Oh, I don't know, let's move on. Saying no to nudes. I think if somebody asks for nudes and you really don't want to do it, ignore them. And then if they ask you again and say, why did you ignore me? Just say, I'm not sending them. And then if they persist to ask, block them and tell someone you trust. Because I think don't feel pressured into anything you don't want to do. So if it's a no, then keep it as a no, and don't just change because they're making you like scared because they're saying stuff. I think would be the best option. How to be confident naked. I think don't judge yourself because other people look better than you. Everybody's different. I think be you and be proud of who you are. Don't look at people on Instagram and go, oh, they've got a nicer body than me, why can't I be like them? Because that will make you be really confident. I think with being naked, I think just if you don't want to look in the mirror because you don't feel yourself that day, try and avoid looking in the mirror. Or if like you don't want to have a bath that day, then have a bath because it might make you feel better. Like, always try and go that next step if you feel unconfident, to try and make yourself confident, I think would be the answer to that. Getting ghosted. I get ghosted all the time by my boyfriend, so personally, if they ghost you, ghost them back for longer. And then they will spam you, because my boyfriend does it, and then they will spam you until you reply. And it makes me happy because it makes me feel wanted. So, yeah. Waiting until marriage. Now, this is different for everyone. It depends on your religion, on your stuff. But me, I personally don't care. If my boyfriend said to me, let's wait until marriage, I would be like, okay, let's wait. But if he doesn't say that, then that's fine too. Like, I don't mind doing it before we married, if that makes sense. It's not like a huge deal to me. I think long as we both agree and we are both happy, then it shouldn't matter. And nobody else's opinion should matter either, I think would be the best bet. Drinking. Now, the legal age to drink at home is 16. You can have one drink in a restaurant and stuff at 16. I think drinking is different for everyone. Not everyone likes it. But some people are obsessed with it, and I think if you're drinking responsibly with people you trust, then having a couple wouldn't matter because you're in a safe environment with people you trust. But I don't think you should drink with people you don't trust when you're under the age of 18, because it could go really wrong and you could end up risking your life. So I think just be safe and sensible, and drinking at any age shouldn't matter then. And then we got getting over your ex. Block him on all social medias, that's all I've got to say. Because if you block him, it will give your body time to heal and get over them. Whereas if you keep them on your social media, you'll see like their Instagram posts, they might still message you, and there's all these stuff that might still happen that would prevent you from getting over them. So I think to try and prevent it, just block them, because then they can't contact you, you can't see what they're doing, you will slowly start forgetting about them and everything will be fine and you'll be over them. When to know he's cheating. If he starts acting different, so say for example, me and my boyfriend FaceTime every day, and if suddenly he says, let's not FaceTime, and he does that for a whole week, just no FaceTime, because he's FaceTiming this other person, then that would be something I would have to look out for and be careful that if he's not FaceTiming me, why is he not FaceTiming me, and look into it, because it could be that he has another girl on the go. So yeah, personally I think that would be the answer. Just look out for signs. So like, say for example, if you go out with him or you see him every weekend, if he suddenly just stops seeing you every weekend, why is that? Maybe there's a reason, maybe he's like, you get me? So I think just look out for the red flags that are telling you something's not right, and then eventually you'll get to the bottom of it and you'll find out if he's cheating or not. And then we got how to tell a parent about your boyfriend. Now, I'm a very awkward person when it comes to this. I'm a very shy, nervous person. What I did was, I was texting him and I was sitting with my mum, and he sent me a photo of himself. Obviously I knew what he looked like anyway from college, but an actual physical photo. So I showed my mum it and was like, look mum, I'm talking to this boy. And she was like, oh nice. And then she was just asking me questions, quizzing me, and then the weekend he came over. And yeah, we didn't really announce it, that's just kind of how it happened. So yeah, I mean, everyone's different. Some people text their parents about that they've got a boyfriend, some people just are straight up, it just really depends, so yeah. And then we've got age gaps in relationships. I think if it's illegal, it doesn't matter. Long if you're not over the age of 18 dating someone under the age of 18, it shouldn't matter. Personally, well, I'm 17, my boyfriend's 19, so but that's only 2 years. But I mean, like when it's a big age gap, like 20-year-old dating an 18-year-old. Like, I don't think age gaps matter, but in some instances they do, because I don't think you should date anyone older than 5 years. But that's because I'm still young. Like, some parents have like 10 years age gap, 20 years age gap. So it just all depends on the person and who you want to date and who you feel ready to date, if you're mature enough like they are, I think. Being PDA in public. Now, I'm a very affectionate person, so I can be quite PDA. Personally, I think if you're not being over the top, having a hug and a kiss now and then shouldn't matter. But it just really depends, because some people might not want to be PDA and you have to respect their opinion. But I don't think it really matters that much, because I always hug and kiss my boyfriend at college and stuff, and as long as you're not being over the top and too like PDA, I think everyone should just let you do your thing. Birth control. Before I have any sort of sex, I want to go on birth control, because it's a lot safer than condoms, because condoms and that can break. So I think birth control can really mess up your moods. But I think if you're on the right pills, they can be really helpful. So yeah. Tips for people afraid of intimacy. I think don't rush into it. If you're afraid of intimacy, I think let it come naturally. One day you might wake up and want to do it. One day you might wake up and not want to do it. I think being afraid is okay, long if the person you're with and the partner you're with respects that. If he tries to push your boundaries because you're not okay with having sex yet, I think try and take a step back from him and be like, look, I'm not comfortable with this. I don't want to do it yet. I'm not ready. And yeah, I think being afraid is okay, and it's okay to feel that way. I don't think you should be pressured into doing anything you don't want to do. And if your partner truly loves you, he would respect that. So yeah. How to deal with period pains. I get really bad period pains when I'm on. How I deal with it is I have a hot water bottle and I take 2 Nurofen tablets. So yeah, there's nothing really else to do. Some people do exercise to heal there. Some people just sleep. Some people lay down. Some people are sick. Like, there's all different period stuff that could happen. One night stand. Now, I think one night stands are disgusting. I would never have one, nor do I want one, because it's just weird. Like, you don't know who them other people slept with. They could be having one night stands every day before we know, and you could be getting like an STI from them. For me, that's disgusting and is a no-go. So yeah, songs to get you in the mood. Now, this could be different for everyone. Everyone has different songs that can get them into, the mood. For me, I like All Now by The Weeknd. That song's such a good song. It's a banging song and it is good, but I don't suggest listening to it because it can be quite explicit if you're under the age of 13. Beauty standards. I think in the world we live in, there's a lot of standards that you have to be really good looking or like skinny to fit on like shows like Love Island and stuff. I think if you're not skinny, nobody wants you on shows, nobody wants you like to be like associated like Pretty Little Thing ambassadors and stuff, unless you are skinny and you look good. Personally, I think that's really wrong. I think no matter your size, no matter how beautiful you are, I think everyone's beautiful in their own ways, and I don't think just by your look you can tell if someone's beautiful or not. I think it's also about your heart and stuff. And I think there should be a lot more diversity in this world. Masturbation. I don't think you should be afraid of masturbating. It is normal, and in some ways that could be better than having sex because there's less risks to it. And it's natural and it's normal. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone will do it eventually some point in their life. So yeah. Peer pressure. I don't think you should let anyone peer pressure you into doing anything. I think it should be when you're ready. I think how to deal with that would be if you are getting peer pressured to stick up to them or to tell someone you trust. I don't think you should do it because you'll get peer pressure. Like, speak to your parents, speak to teachers, speak to whoever about it and see what they suggest and maybe get them to speak to the person that's peer pressuring you. And just be like, look, this person's not happy with you doing this, can you please stop? And if they carry on, then maybe take it to the police because it can be against the law in some instances, depending on how bad the peer pressure is. Toxic friendship group. Now, I wouldn't say leave the toxic friendship group because sometimes when they're toxic, it's hard to do that. But I think tell someone and get them to keep an eye on it. And if you're really unhappy, distance yourself and try and find new friends, but do it in a way as, oh, I'm just going to hang with these today and not just completely ditch them. Like, if they text you, still answer. Because I think toxicity, oh my god, I can't say that word, but you know what I mean, can be really hard to overcome when they are being really toxic. I don't know what else to suggest. Yeah, that's all the questions. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe and comment and see you in the next one. Bye.